Are you ready?
Varric has Bianca. We don't have to worry about him. Iron Bull doesn't even have a weapon, but then again, we'll just give him something, but we don't really care about him. We're not using him right now. And then back to me. Okay, so let's take a quick look at accessories. Is there anything that needs to go on anyone? That's the big thing. If we have any empty spots, we need to make sure they're full. What amulet are you using? Amulet of Strength. Let's give you a cooldown amulet for your taunts. Sarah, you're not using anything. Let's give you a stamina amulet. Do we have any extra rings? No, not really. What about belts? Oh, spear resistant grenade belt. We'll give her that, I guess. Dorian. We'll take that off Dorian. How do I just remove that? There we go. Remove that too. Blackwall needs a ring, so we'll give him the crit ring. 2 crit rings. Nice. Vivienne, we don't really care about you, but we might as well give you something. You can wear that, I guess. Who's the last person we're using? Varric. How's your stuff doing, bro? Dex amulet, bleed on being hit, flanking damage, and caltrops. I guess that's okay. We need to get him some better stuff. An Iron Bull we're not really worrying about. Give you a grapple ring. Nah, we'll sell all that. Okay, looking good so far. Hey Vlad, what's up? Why don't you want to use Iron Bull? I'm using the Blackwall guy instead. I kind of have him spec'd the same way, so it's just between Iron Bull or Blackwall. And I kind of like the Blackwall character a little more from what I've seen. I want to hang on to this in case we get a melee rogue. I would like a melee rogue, to be honest. We could sub him out for Blackwall. But Blackwall is basically taking the melee DPS role in our party. Okay, Glacial Staff. We can sell all this stuff. Whoops. Gonna take that back. If nothing else, I'll pull the rune out of that. We'll make new armor when we get to this point. We have 10,000 gold. We're gonna go buy the box. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. Okay, gold ring. That's really expensive, so we're actually gonna save that. That can go. That can go. That can go. All this stuff can go. Spider Ichor is it's a weird item. It's used in a requisition quest, but for some reason it counts as an inventory item. Most don't, so it's kind of odd. 3, 5. Firm round pommel. We'll see if we can put that. Does the weapon of Blackwall, does his weapon have any spots open? No, it doesn't have any spots. So we'll sell that for now. Bianca Arms. Oh, Bianca Arms 1? I thought it was Bianca Arms 2 that we got. Bummer. Okay, so we have no use for that. He already has Bianca Arms 1. Okay, so let's go finish talking, and then we'll keep going from there. Ko, don't look in the box. I'm totally buying the box, bro. We are totally buying the box. Renea, telling Ko not to forget something is like teaching a goat to boogie. They'll both forget it quickly. It's a good point. It's a good point. Does anyone know if there's a max level? There's not technically a max level, but apparently as you start getting higher, it becomes tougher to level. Is this new? What's all this stuff? Solas, what's up, bud?
So we have gained the mages.
Yep.
Excellent. They should be able to seal the breach.
Cool.
You are certain you experienced time travel?
Nope. Oh,
Could it
yes.
have been an illusion? A trick of the Fade?
Dorian is certain.
Dorian was sure. Impossible as it seems.
What?
What an amazing gift.
Wait, time out. Why was that negative? If I say I'm a mage and not, like, mention Dorian, is that gonna be better? I'm just doing a little bit of testing here. For those who don't know, yes, I do technically save scum a little bit on dialogue and choice selection, just because I like knowing what I'm getting into. So let's try this again.
So we have gained the mages. You are certain you experienced
I'm a
time
mage, I'd know.
travel. Could it have been an illusion?
Solas slightly
The Fade.
approves this
I've
time.
been to the Fade before. I'd know it.
Point taken.
So he must not like
Amazing
Dorian.
gift. It is vital the Inquisition succeed.
So you wanted to make that
avoid the
T2
future
longsword.
you
Thank you,
witnessed.
Renea. Thank you. It is vital the Inquisition succeed to afford the future you witnessed. I saw you there.
I'm surprised you're not more interested in your own future.
I know enough. If that future happened, then I, and Cassandra, Cullen and the rest, failed to stop this Elder One. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
It's a really good
now
point.
again at Red
Hey,
Cliff.
Belando, how you
A being
doing?
who aspires to godhood is unlikely to
Dalphon,
be
maybe so. Maybe so. Hey, Swabbleflange. Good to see you, bud. Yep, I'm going to make a new sword and shield for Cassandra. I don't know if the sword's going to be better, because she has a really nice sword. But we are definitely going to make the T2 shield. I'm hoping that that will actually work, but we will see. Cool. Okay, so I wonder if these houses ever get anything new in them. I just realized I haven't been checking the houses. We're going to do a quick check of them on our way back. Let's check this one real fast. Okay. So we just talked to Solas. Who's this? Oh, Dorian. Let's talk to
The
Dorian.
Inquisition supports free mages. What's next?
Hey, Carlos.
Elves
Hey,
running
Loken
House
Plays.
Chorale? Cows milking farmers?
Hayes Ventura. Well, we love having you here, buddy. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'll think of something.
Give me time. I'm sure I'll surprise you.
I suspect that's untrue. Unless you strip yourself naked and allow the Chantry to flog you into repentance.
Sounds like a plan.
Now, that would surprise me. I do wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean. The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
Heyo. Is that so terrible?
What would be wrong with that exactly?
Nothing, at first. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed, by inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
Interesting. Okay.
It occurs to me that I barely know anything about you.
Hell yeah, Karatzi. Do it, man.
Devinter.
Beyond that.
Competence. Great. Running Kyle. How are you?
Beyond my being
Blade,
so
what's
charming
up?
and well-dressed, which is obvious to anyone.
Look at all these love options we're getting. If you say so. I hadn't noticed.
Some more than others.
Some people have superior taste. Now, what was I talking about? Ah, yes, me.
Me.
I am the scion of House Parvis, a product of generations of careful breeding and the repository of its hopes and dreams. Naturally, I despised it all. The lies, the scheming, the illusions of supremacy. That's
No, Zerberus. We're going to do that in a minute.
isn't it? Needless to say, my family was not happy with my choices.
Your family's angry with you? Careful breeding?
What did you mean by generations of careful breeding?
The great families of Tevinter don't have children. They refine traits, weed out the undesirable, and promote the rest. My mother was
Whoa.
chosen for my father because magic runs strongly in her blood. Never mind that they loathed each other. They wanted a son who could become Archon to make House Parvis the envy of the Imperium. They called me. A cautionary tale that you should be careful what you wish for.
You don't like Tevinter?
I'm getting the impression you don't care much for your homeland.
On the contrary, I care for my homeland a great deal. There's so much potential. Sadly, we squander it. We refuse to acknowledge how far we've
Hey,
fallen
Storm.
because pretending is easier. We pretend the Qunari can be beaten.
Right, all
We
username?
pretend that we're superior to everyone, even our own people. Not everyone feels that way. I don't. Sadly, we're the minority.
Is your family angry with you?
Why would your family be upset with your choices?
because I rejected their
Hell yes, Swarby.
If they had their way, by now I'd be married to some unlucky girl from a powerful family. We'd live in luxurious despair, despising each other as I waited to take my father's place in the magisterium.
Right,
I
Ghost Cubby?
declined the honor.
Oh, 7
Because it's
Kazu,
best
good to
I'm
see you,
far
bud.
from home. Less of an embarrassment that way, you see.
Why not go back?
Why remain with the Inquisition? Why not go back to Tevinter?
I'm not exactly welcome back home.
Ah.
Not that it matters. I'm quite accustomed to being a pariah. It adds to my charm. I can do more for Tevinter here. If the Venatori succeed, it'll set my homeland back 1,000 years.
Good point.
I'm sure some magisters would
Hey,
disagree,
Shmeef.
but that's why we
Hey, Nelly boy.
I think I've heard enough.
That's too bad. I never tire of talking about myself.
$6 from Geo Chef. Awesome song again. DI, I'm watching you play at the same time. Thanks, Co. Awesome, Geo Chef. Glad you're having a good time, man. Glad you're having a good time. It's like we're playing together. Have you seen Alexius? And thank you for the
You gone
donation,
to see
Geo.
Alexius yet?
Really appreciate it,
He's in
man.
the cells.
Yeah, no.
Hey, Disciple JR.
Before they locked him up, he looked
Oxysio, great so far, man.
broken. Not the man I remember, nor the one I want to. I suppose the Inquisition will judge him eventually. I wonder if there's any chance they'll show him mercy. He hardly deserves it, but for Felix's sake. I can't help hoping there's something left of the man I once knew.
We need to go back to the, we need to go, you know what? I think the next thing we're going to do, we're going to go back to Hinterlands. Start working on finishing up that area and going to talk to all of the mages. Because I bet they're all going to have different stuff to say now that we've actually accepted them in. I wonder if they're even going to be there. Maybe it'll be empty.
So, I assume you're Talvershoth or something like.
Why would you assume that?
If you weren't, you would have split my skull open at our first meeting before I said a word.
Hey, Arrogant
Centuries
Squirrels.
of
Loving it,
warfare
dude.
with the Qunari
Loving it.
do lead to this state of affairs.
NH Yasid. Hey, appreciate it, man. Dome's in danger. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Hundy K. How have you been, dude? How have you been? Oh, I will, Darkbringer. Thank you. You've met Qunari?
You've encountered Qunari before?
Qunari raids are rather old hat for anyone from the Eastern Imperium. Although the attacks
Oh.
aren't quite the rampaging wars of ages past. Now we're like two angry dowagers who only remember to spit at each other when they pass on the street.
Hi, everybody! Hi, Copious Turtle! Good to see you, my friend.
What about in person?
Did you meet any Qunari personally?
None who weren't rushing towards me with a sword. I was too busy running in the other direction to say hello. I've met some Talvershoth in my time, however. Mercenaries and
Dane
their
Alex.
merchants.
No.
They're not the same as Qunari.
No, I don't.
Might easily be a different people altogether.
Especially towards the end of it, man. It became real messy. New management took over, and it started getting just toxic where I was working. It was really bad. So you got along?
No one in Tevinter has issues with Tal Vashoth?
I didn't say that. Prejudices are deeply rooted back home. But I have more sympathy.
Hey,
for
Sasha
others.
Sci-Fi.
A personal failing, some would say.
I have no issue if you don't, bro.
If you've no problem with me, I've no problem with you.
A philosophy I've learned to live by.
No issue with my being Inquisitor, then?
None that specifically involve you being so very, very large. No.
Good.
Awesome. Okay, last one with this guy.
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Hey, Jive Dude.
Ah, yes. Everyone outside the Imperium always seems quite fascinated by it. Probably why they come up with so many ridiculous tales. Flying cows over Minrathus. That's madness. All right, that one's actually true, but the cows didn't have wings. I digress. Anything in particular you wanted to know?
Do mages truly rule there? This is good. I've always wondered about this. This is good
It
info.
seems strange that an entire empire would be ruled by mages.
Strange? Why are you less qualified to rule than some tart with a fancy crown? Actually, the fiction in the Imperium is that mages don't rule. The magisterium rules. That magisters are all mages is considered a convenient technicality.
Huh. What is the magisterium?
What is the magisterium, exactly?
The upper house of the Imperial Senate. and the only part worth having a seat on. Those seats are split among the circles of Magi, the Chantry, and the major families. All mages now.
So they have a Chantry too.
It's odd that outside the Imperium, you use Magister like it applies to every Tevinter mage.
What are you then?
If you're not a Magister, then what are you called? No special title?
I'm an Altus, which is almost as good as a Magister.
Altus.
Depending on who you ask.
And an Altus is...
I've never heard of it.
Dane Alex, good show, sir!
If you're a mage,
Thank you for your sub, really appreciate it.
then you're late.
You're awesome.
Look,
Thank you for your sub. Subs,
if
give
you're
him a warm
not a mage
welcome.
at all, you're Soparati. That's everyone else.
Soparati.
We do love our fancy words.
Dude, they're all... is anyone catching like an Italian... For some reason, I feel like the Tevinter Imperium has like almost an Italian background. I don't know why. What about the Archons?
I thought the Archon ruled over the Imperium.
Well, yes. Technically, he can overrule laws.
Look at all that
by the
sub love.
magisterium, but that never happens. Even so, he gets to appoint new magisters, which means all the families.
Hey, Sun
are
Valen.
madly
Hey,
in his
Beatlip.
favor. Thus, the Archon gets invited to all.
They're
the functions.
Roman. Italian
Surest
Roman.
path to Tevinter influence.
Okay, cool. Thank you guys. Yeah, that Roman, yeah, Roman makes perfect sense too. Cool. But mages do rule.
If it's a fiction, that means mages do rule, then.
Yes and no. Let me put it this way. Mages do rule, but not all mages are.
Italian and Roman are very different,
If you're not from the
absolutely,
right
but
family, chances
they
are
have
you don't
similarities, but are very different,
Maybe
yeah.
you're even a slave. The idea that anyone could be a mage, however.
Thank you, mods. You guys are on point today. Is it true?
Can anyone be a mage?
Technically, the potential runs mostly in bloodlines, but it's been known to happen. More
Interesting.
importantly,
What about
commoners
dwarves?
believe it can. Tevinter legend is chock full of mage heroes from humble origins. So they hold out hope. Someday my son or my son's son will be a mage. Someday. Poor
Interesting.
sods don't realize that means he'll be a quaestor at the arse end of the 100 Pillars, at best.
Seems just I can't, but I'll try to. Can we pause the dialogue?
Being a quaestor isn't a good
No,
thing.
we can't pause the dialogue,
I imagine
unfortunately.
The average non-mage likes to
Sorry
do
about that.
so. Counting numbers and shuffling papers
We're on PC.
is better than many occupations after all. If you're a
Clint Easy,
second-class
nope.
citizen among a pack of piranha, however, your outlook changes.
Hey, Slinking.
But let me ask you something
Okay, I think
else.
we're almost done with this guy.
Of course.
Oh, maybe not. Okay. Oh, this we asked this question earlier.
There's an Imperial Chantry, isn't there? With its own divine?
You people aren't supposed to talk about the Black Divine, are you? If you mention him outside the Imperium, people make that face. Like you're
The
urinating
Black
in public.
Divine?
But yes, we do have the Chantry, or a version of it. Night and day comparing it to yours.
Wait, what? What is the Black
Do
Divine?
you really call him the Black Divine?
We don't call him that, oh no. In the Imperium, he's the true divine. The woman sitting on the sunburst throne is some backwater pretender. It all stems from a disagreement over...
So it'd be like if there were two different Catholicism sects with two different popes. That's interesting, and they both think they're right. Welcome to religion, right? A disagreement?
Why would they disagree over Andraste?
It's not my
The
field
Crafty,
of
I'm
expertise,
loving this game, dude.
but the Imperium
Absolutely loving it.
believes
Hey, Chronic
Andraste
Gamer.
was a mortal woman, a mage.
Okay.
Down south, they say, no, she's the bride of the Maker, ascended to his side, divine provenance, a blah, blah, blah. We feel better believing Andraste was one of us. Makes executing her less damning, you see. So we elected a man as divine, the South declared war, and we've been feuding cousins ever since.
Do you guys realize that they're basically saying one of the religions believes that their prophet is divine and one of them believes their prophet is human? Sound familiar? This is ridiculous. Oh my lord.
So the Imperial Divine is always a man?
All the better to distinguish him from that other one, yes. Don't think there aren't a number of female
This is
magisters
really
who
interesting
risk
stuff.
that. Why can't they be divine after all? Same reason you never see a man on the sunburst throne. Because that's how it's always been done. Excellent reasoning.
Are you religious?
Do you consider yourself Andrastian?
XPS, I'm doing great. How are you?
Big question. It might surprise you that I do consider myself Andrastian. I simply do not believe in the Chantry. It is a relic, whether back home or here in the south. Something from a bygone age, desperately clinging to
Lysarian.
relics. It's not an opinion that makes me popular.
I'm gonna purge your comment, buddy. I don't think it has anything to do with that, to be honest. Lysarian says this game is anti-Islam trash. I don't think this game has at any point mentioned Islam in any capacity. So, I don't know if that's just a troll, but yeah, there's nothing in this game about that.
I share your opinion, actually.
That's not surprising, considering what the Inquisition represents. I'll say this. I may not believe in the Chantry.
Hey, Dragonborn. And my name.
That the Maker sent you, whether through Andraste or fate. Cassandra is not wrong. You are what we needed most at the moment we needed it. That's what they will say in
Hey,
ages
Pivarad.
to come.
Give me 1 second, guys. Hurt. There we go.
You don't seem like the religious sort, to be honest.
If
There
you
we go.
define religious as sitting in a chantry and listening to a blithering hen tell you how to live, then no. If you define it as believing in the possibility that something larger than yourself exists, then yes, by all means. The world is bigger than I, even bigger than you. It laughs at all the things we think we know. The Maker doesn't need me to believe, but I do. The thought of no one at all watching out for us is too frightening.
Is that really different, though?
Is the Imperial Chantry so different from ours?
Not in theory. The main difference is in the whole magic is meant to serve man.
Hey,
not
Demon
rule
Squirrel.
over him business. Back home, ruling the unwashed masses is serving them for the good of the Imperium. Perhaps it started with good intentions, but these days it's academic. The circles are in command.
So they have circles.
There are circles of magi in the Imperium?
We don't have...
Alphon, if people don't claim, yeah.
prisons, if that's what you mean. They're academies, prestigious ones. We have Templars as well, but they don't cancel spells or whatever your Templars do.
Hey, guys,
They're
it's...
soldiers.
Hold
They
on.
don't use Lyrium?
Ha! As if there'd be any left for them. They watch for abuse of magic, yes.
Actually, looks
but
to be
only
calming
those
down.
who are weak
Yeah, that's fine.
and fall out of favor get dealt with. Mostly they enforce their magisterium's edicts. The Chantry smiles and nods from the sidelines.
Thank you, Crochet Chick. Yeah, hey guys, when there's topics in the game about religion and stuff like that, it's fine to talk about them in the context of the game, but please don't bring comments about general religion into the chat. Like just a second ago, somebody up there was like, "Man, F religion, you know, it's so annoying even in games." You know, that's just ridiculous, to be blunt. I mean, you need to be respectful of other people even if you don't agree with them. So if we could kind of keep the religion stuff out of chat, I would appreciate it. Let's just kind of, you know, enjoy the game for what it is.
Let me ask you something else.
Giveaway incoming. Nice. In fact, let me make sure my giveaway notifier's up now that we have a giveaway incoming. And it's not. Okay, 1 second. Bink. Exactly. Let's talk about something else. Is Blood Mage common?
Just
Blood
how
magic?
often is blood magic used there?
Oh, not at all.
Not at all.
That's what any Magister would tell you. They'd be convincingly offended by the notion, too. Of course, what people call blood magic here, and what we consider blood magic, are two different things.
Respect is such a rare word, says Cannonbeard. You're going to hear that word a lot here, brother, if you choose to stick around. The motto for this channel is happy, helpful, respectful, so we do our best to stick by it, and my mods are definitely on point for that.
What's considered actual blood
Hey, new Kai.
magic in Tevinter?
Blood magic isn't inherently dangerous. Using your own blood or that of a willing participant, what's the harm? The problem is that what's permitted only gets you so much power. And what if you need more? You always need more. That's where we get into sacrifices and demons.
Hey, Bobeth. Hey, Six String.
Not officially. Behind closed doors, it's a different story. Real blood magic can give you an edge.
No ambient
And
lighting.
they're
It's not for
up against
subs
your
only.
opponents.
No, go ahead and enter.
It's safe to assume that any mage of rank does it. The rest are quietly shut out of power, to put it bluntly.
No Templar intervention?
You'd think the Templars would object.
I imagine they did, long ago. Once, their investigations might have been sincere. Then their balls were cut off. Too inconvenient. Nowadays, only the friendless are accused. Most of them probably innocent.
Bannon Firtzja, good to see you, buddy. Sorry if I just butchered your name. No one disagrees?
There must be some mages who oppose this.
Of course. I do. And I'm not entirely alone.
Okay, right to the point.
Occasionally, there'll be a magister who makes noise. And then the reform talk begins. All very patriotic. Meanwhile, that magister will be quietly shunned. Chances are, surprise, it's learned he was a Maleficar all along. Most learn to keep quiet. Me? I enjoy the allure of pariahhood.
You are a talker, sir. Alright, well, we might as well finish this out.
I wonder
We come
if
this
the
far.
Imperium would be a useful ally.
Hey, Rocket23.
I think you'd be more concerned whether or not they'd support the Venatori. They won't. At least, not officially.
Thank you, Hadis. I
They'll
appreciate that, buddy.
disavow all knowledge of dangerous cultists. Secretly, many magisters will rejoice.
Shadow Demon, nice.
And if the South falls to chaos in the meantime, all the better.
Is that smart of them?
It would be in the Imperium's best interest to help. Surely it could use allies.
I think the Imperium gave up on the
Buttload of
allies a long
awesomeness.
time ago. We
Hey,
can fight
Bioshock
Qunari for
triple pack by
200
DK
years
Chris.
off and on.
Awesome.
It's a point of pride that we go it alone. They'll sneer at the South behind their silk handkerchiefs and say, "You've had it easy for far too long." Let's not forget that the Inquisition seems to be an arm of the Orlesian Chantry. Anathema so far as they're concerned.
But we're not.
We're not part of the Chantry. The Chantry opposed the Inquisition's formation.
You think that matters? Don't be silly. The Herald of
Hey, more
Andraste.
explosions.
Your very title smacks.
Chronic
of
Gamer, I'm not
Southern
running an
Chantry.
Ultra right now.
You may as well be a heathen.
I think they're far more...
Falfon, I don't think
if
so.
you succeed.
What about slavery? Last option.
Anyone who talks about the Imperium mentions slavery. It's the center of the slave trade.
Ah. That is true.
And did you have slaves?
Not personally, but my family does and treats them well. Honestly, I never thought much about it until I came south. Back home, it's...
Sentai, log into coalition.com in the
slaves
top
are
right.
everywhere. You don't question it.
Mouse over your name, it'll show your
Certainly
tokens.
slaves do.
You're saying they
Flawless
like it?
execution, perfect timing. One of our finest moments.
Congrats to Nyan, their tail.
They like it.
Appreciate it,
Sure,
buddy.
Most of them know.
Nyan,
In
the
South, you
retail.
have
There we go.
alienages,
Thanks again to DK
slums,
Chris.
both human and
Oh, was this sub-only mode
The
giveaway?
desperate have no way out. Back home, a poor man can sell himself. As a slave, he could have a position of respect, comfort, and could even support a family.
Oh, okay, cool.
Some slaves are treated poorly, it's true. But do you honestly think inescapable poverty is better?
Yeah, just for the record, guys, because our giveaway system's a little unique on Twitch, don't be surprised if after a giveaway you see the room pop into sub-only mode. The reason being a lot of people keep entering and claiming and stuff after the giveaways, so we pop into sub-only mode. The mods will say, hey, stop entering and claiming, giveaway's over, and then we pop it out. And mods, feel free to do that over the course of the day. As long as, please, keep it very brief. Yeah. At least they have a choice.
At least they're free. They don't have slavery forced on them.
Oh.
I think people choose to be
Whoops.
poor and depressed.
We'll take that hit, because I'm not doing all these options again.
What it's like to be a slave, true. I never thought about it until I saw how different it was here. But I suspect you don't know either. Nor should you believe that every tale of Tevinter excess is the norm.
That's all I wanted to know.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I should go.
As you wish.
Done with him. Look at all those codexes we unlocked. Awesome. Okay, save, for the love of God. Now here we go. Please don't have much more to say.
The Inquisitor's work is never done, I see.
That's enough.
I should go.
Okay.
As you wish.
Good. All right, now let's take a quick look at our potions. See if we can upgrade anything. I want this upgrade so much. We need Prophet's Laurel. God, that would be nice. We can, I think, unlock this one, but I don't know if we want to spend those royal elf fruits. Sure. Okay. I like the regen potions, so. Jar of Bees. Summons a swarm of bees at the target location for 30 seconds. The swarm attacks the first enemy that comes near it for 163 damage per second for 15 seconds. Oh my god, dude. That's insanely good. Okay, I may have to get more bombs.
If Cedric can get what I need, I'll pay the bastard myself.
Oh, Demitri has allergies today. Let's talk to you and see if there's anything new.
You're back. And in one piece.
Renea, hell yeah. You're a bit cranky.
For a healer, you don't seem particularly nurturing.
I'm not a healer. I'm an alchemist who's...
Everybody gets
You
bees!
want something to burst into flame on contact with the air? Done. Gladly. Patching up wounded soldiers is a waste of my time and talents. But there are a few around who can help.
How are your people holding up?
No one's declared me a heretic recently, so I won't complain.
Always a plus.
Farewell.
Okay. So, let's see. We've talked to Sol... Did we make sure Solas had nothing more?
What can I do for you?
I'd like to know more about you, Solas.
Why?
Why?
You're an apostate, yet you risked your freedom to help the Inquisition.
Not the wisest course of action when framed that way.
I appreciate the work you're doing, Solas. I just wanted to know more about you.
I'm sorry. With so much fear in the air. What would you know of me?
Maybe we can get some information on
What
some
made you
spots
start
to study.
studying the Fade?
I grew
Johnny
up
D. Fandango. Oh, it's no big deal.
There was
Probably
a
still
interesting
hating.
young man.
Renea, wouldn't that be nice?
Magic. But as I slept, spirits of the Fade...
Chronic Gamer. I'll probably be doing it with subs.
I had never imagined.
Maybe later, if I do them. But I'm going to finish the single-player playthrough.
Being awake out of the Fade became troublesome.
That sounds dangerous.
Did spirits try to tempt you?
No more than a brightly colored fruit is deliberately tempting you to eat it. I learned how to defend myself
Interesting
from more aggressive
analogy.
spirits, and how to interact safely with the rest. I learned how to control...
How come I'm
my
so
brain.
big? Because I'm a big man.
There was so much I wanted to explore.
Hey, Lala Cakes. Did I craft a longsword yet? No.
I gather you didn't spend your entire life dreaming.
No. Eventually, I was unable to find new areas in the Fade.
Oh.
Why?
Two reasons. First, the Fade reflects the world around it. Unless I traveled, I would never find anything new.
Interesting.
Second, the Fade reflects and is limited by our imaginations. To find interesting areas, one must be interesting.
Is that why you're here?
Is this why you joined the Inquisition?
I joined the Inquisition because we were all in terrible danger. If our enemies destroy the world, I would have nowhere to lay my head while dreaming of the Fade. Ah, Inquisitor,
Makes sense.
that is why I joined, not why I stayed.
I hope that works.
I wish you luck.
Thank you. In truth, I've enjoyed
Hey, Balinus, how you doing today, bud?
Find more of the Fade.
Calianis, when's the next drinking
Train
stream?
your
I
will
don't
to
know.
control magic and withstand
Probably not going to
resistance.
be doing too much drinking during this
Dominant
game, because I like to
focus is
remember
an enjoyable
everything.
side benefit. You have chosen a path whose steps you do not dislike because it leads to a destination you enjoy. As have I.
Where did you study?
You said you'd traveled to many different places.
This world, or its memory, is reflected in the Fade.
Lotka Grave 72. They have different bonuses.
You may see a city lost.
Hey, Heavybeard.
Some of my fondest memories were found in crumbling cities, long picked dry by treasure seekers, the best of the battlefields. Spirits press so tightly on the veil that you can slip across with but a thought.
Here we go. Which battlefields?
Any place in particular?
Yes.
I dreamt Dostigar.
Oh.
I witnessed the brutality of the Darkspawn and the valor of the Ferelden warriors.
I doubt we'll be able to go back to
Sir
Ostagar.
Alistair and the hero Ferelden light the signal
Hey,
fire.
I think that's
Logan's
us.
infamous betrayal of
Back in the other
Hagen's
game.
forces.
Interesting. Tell me what happened.
I've heard the stories. It would be interesting to hear what it was really like.
That's just it. In the
No
Fade,
idea what
I
that
see
is, Hernhu.
reflections created by spirits
Sounds fun,
who
though.
react to the emotions of the warriors. One moment, I see heroic Wardens lighting the fire and a power-mad villain sneering as he lets King Caelan fall. The next, I see an army overwhelmed and a veteran commander refusing to let more soldiers die in a lost cause.
And you can't tell which is real.
It is the fate. They are all real.
Did you work with anyone?
Have you always traveled and studied alone?
Not at all. I have built many lasting friendships. Spirits of wisdom, possessed of ancient knowledge, happy to share what they had seen.
Huh.
Spirits of purpose helped me search. Even wisps, curious and playful, would point out treasures I might have missed.
Wisdom and purpose?
I don't know of any spirits by those names.
They rarely seek this world.
If there's a wisdom and a purpose, that would make sense that there's a justice.
To the people they encounter. Wisdom and purpose are too easily twisted.
Hey, Mix It Man.
Desire.
Hernhu, sounds cool, man. I haven't heard anything about that. Coca Lyrics, am I going to buy Elite Dangerous at launch? Elite Dangerous is fun, but it's kind of the lack of focus in it. I don't know how much I'd actually play it. I may down the road, though. Those are demon names.
You're saying that you became friends with pride and desire demons?
They were not demons for me.
Meaning?
The Fade reflects the minds of the living. If you expect a spirit of wisdom to be a pride demon, it will adapt. And if your mind is free of corrupting influences, if you understand the nature of the spirit, they can be fast friends.
That's amazing.
I'm impressed that you could become friends with spirits.
Anyone who can dream has the potential. Few ever try. My friends comforted me in grief and shared my joy.
Interesting.
Yet, because they exist without form, as we understand it, the Chantry declares that spirits are not truly people. Is Cassandra defined by her cheekbones and not her faith? Varric by his chest hair and not his wit?
Awesome. Yes, spirits are people. I agree. I think, like, Justice. Justice was very much a person.
I hadn't thought about it that way. But I see your point.
Thank you. Few are willing to entertain such a notion.
I'm 100% behind that.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Cool. Alright, that's like 3 characters down. We're making serious progress. Good. And he's done.
We'll talk later.
We've exhausted every option with him. Alright, so we're going to do a quick look. Let's see, who's in here? This is the chick, right? Sarah, yeah. Mr. Varric.
The Mage Rebellion joins the Inquisition. I've got to admit that's
Hey,
a
Sing.
twist I didn't see.
Hey, Dorian.
One thing you saw in the future worries me. I mean, it was all
Hey,
bad.
Tagrachi.
But Red Lyrium and Ferelden, infecting people and growing out of them, that's bad. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my Red Lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
A little bit. Barry Nice One says, so fluffing bored. Barry, here's what I recommend, man. I'm going to be running around for the next little bit talking to people and kind of fleshing out the plot. If you're not having a good time, find another stream that is doing like more action-oriented stuff, and then you can always check back in later. But don't, you know, if you're not enjoying what I'm doing, don't feel the need to hang around. Skomar26, what's up? I'll be here all day. Just saying. How you doing, Skomar? Sandtream, oh, we will. Jouster and Kelset, how you doing? How fast did it spread?
How long does it take for Red Lyrium to grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people.
Zaizen, lightning with
No one
spirit
was
sub.
actually ingesting the stuff. This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse. That's an accomplishment.
Don't worry.
The Inquisition has the numbers to track down all this Lyrium and destroy it.
I hope so. I don't want to think about what happens if it starts a plague. I've got people
Akima, maybe
trying to
down the
find
road.
out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority. But
I agree.
That's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
Thanks, Darmeric. Hey, Pride, good morning. How are you? Have a party.
That's a good point. We should celebrate. A banquet. Something like a banquet.
Word to Josephine, and I bet she could arrange anything.
We're totally going to talk
Things
to
should be
Josephine
calm
about
around
that.
here for at least
We're going to
the
throw a
next
party,
hour.
y'all.
Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
That was awesome. Okay, now that unfortunately wasn't the real talk. That was a side thing there. Else.
Need something?
Yeah, here we go. Tell me about Red Lyrium.
I want to know more about Red Lyrium.
I'll tell you what I can.
Okay, good. So
I think
there's
that's
no more
enough
about
on
Red
Red
Lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite
I like this little
subject.
Varric, stay on your feet. We're not doing that right now, Varric.
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lives.
If I were to turn the camera a little bit more, that would be really,
Thanks, Varric.
really bad.
No problem.
Just saying.
Need something?
Questions about Hawke.
I've read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
Do we have to? I feel like this is going to make him pissed off. Hold on.
Carry on.
Hold on. That's our only option left with him, but I feel like it'd make him angry.
I've read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
There is no way Hawke really could have killed the Arishok. It would have started a war with the Qunari.
I was told later that the Qunari disavowed his act. Apparently, the
Oh.
Arishok didn't get permission before he attacked Kirkwall, and the Qun didn't want another exalted march. When they finally sent a ship to haul the wrecked dreadnought away, they just said, "We will never speak of this."
Interesting.
As far as I can tell.
Thank you, Chronic Gamer TV, for subbing to the channel. Good show, sir. Welcome back to the sub club. Really appreciate your support, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining us. Guys, let's give him a warm welcome home. All right, Yoens. Speaking of that, lol, real quick before we continue, I'll be right back. Quick bio break. I'll be less than a minute. 1 sec. Ghost Cubby, don't worry. I always wash my hands. If I don't, then I start sneezing. Okay, so we're gonna just do. Whoa.
Saw the Herald of Andraste. Said he sealed a rift and stopped the demons.
Okay. Quick check. Oh, a lot of people have asked, where do you get your deluxe edition items? That chest. That chest, I don't believe, is activatable if you don't have the deluxe edition. Okay, good deal. All right, let's go talk to Cassandra, Iron Bull, and Blackwall, and I think we're done. And Cassandra, we've talked to, I think, most options. We also have to check the basement. Oh, what's this? All right, here we go. Save. I'm going to totally save scum this, by the way.
And what are we supposed to do, exactly?
What you always do. Complain.
We've already spoken with Commander Cullen. No one listens. We want better quarters. We want the Templars kept at a distance. And some respect for...
This is not the Circle. You mages are our allies, not our wards. Act like it.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it.
Ouch. Woo! Man, she is not friendly with mages.
It never ends, evidently.
Is there a problem? Let's do That's the Truth.
You don't need to tell me that.
I just don't know who told them I'm the one to yell at.
Is it that bad?
The mages are here as equals. They need to get used to what that means. It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
I did my best.
I had to think on my feet, and I did what I could.
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I? I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made. And here we are. I wish I could...
Amadeus, I can't move my sub thing if you're, Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You're flattering me.
I'm not. This always happens.
Oh.
Nobody ever takes my meaning.
Wow.
You should see your face.
I'm thinking less flattering things now. Let's hope the breach has your sense of humor.
Man. Ooh. Okay, I don't think that was the right thing to do. Yeah. But yeah, Amadeus, unfortunately that would involve kind of a lot of readjustment that I don't want to do on stream. I will consider that moving forward. We've got like at least 5 or 6 more days of Dragon Age. So I'll move it tonight. If I remember.
I want to weave the...
It never ends. Evidently.
Is there an issue with the mages? Can I help?
The mages are here as equals.
Okay.
It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
Well, I hope it works. What other choice do we have?
Oh.
Okay.
And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
We wouldn't be here at all if you hadn't stood up against the Chantry.
You're being kind.
You're discounting your role in this.
Let's close the breach. Then we can say how successful I was.
Okay. So this is a little bit odd. So as I mentioned earlier, we want Cassandra as a potential romance option. So I'm wondering if even though we didn't get a hit, I'm wondering if we should still do the romance option. I'm thinking we probably should. Amadeus, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. So we're gonna do the flatterer option, even though she clearly... I can't tell if she's being serious or if it's like playful.
It never ends. It is your doing. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
You're flattered.
I'm not. I'm thinking less flattering things now.
I like how none of my face moves when I laugh.
Your sense of humor.
Okay. So that was like a little event. Let's see if she has anything else to say.
Do you need something?
I have some more questions.
Why am I not surprised?
So you were the right hand to the Divine.
She's just
Divine
flustered.
Justinia, yes. And Divine Beatrix before her, in fact. The position is normally reserved for Templars of the Knights Divine.
Oh wait, we already talked about this.
Unusual how?
I will tell you if you wish, but it isn't as exciting. The short version is that I once saved the previous Divine's life. My reward was becoming her right hand.
What is a right hand?
But what does a right hand do exactly?
What is your hand capable of? It gives, it takes, it beckons. It makes a fist. Liliana and I extended the Divine's reach beyond the Grand.
Interesting.
We went where she could.
Eyesrees, love it.
After
Peg 888. Love
I
your
was
face,
tired
buddy.
of the position and wanted to return to the Seekers. But Justinia convinced me to stay.
All I can say is with
Her
one look,
visions
any
were
woman
free.
can tell that I'm horny. Just saying. You believed her? You believed in
Thought
her.
you could really change things.
Justinian knew the war was coming long before it began. She tried to avert it, but the forces arrayed against her were too strong. Sometimes you have to break a bone so it can be reset. That's where the Inquisition comes in. It was to be the answer. A means to preserve as well as an agent for change. I only wish she had lived to see it.
Okay, so we've covered this option. I know we've done this option because she talks about her homeland and we actually got a codex entry. This one is interesting because every time we ask this, she clearly tells us that she doesn't want to talk about it.
Tell me about your brother.
I would prefer not to speak of
So I'm thinking we need to
Another
raise
time,
our
perhaps.
opinion with her for that one.
You don't seem to like your homeland.
My family...
This
was
we've
little
already
by
gone
uncle.
through.
Thus I did not see Navarra. The real Navarra until much later.
What about this one?
By then I realized I knew...
Your uncle.
They had the misfortune of taking the
Okay.
king
I think we've already done
Thus
this.
we were raised by my uncle, a Mortalitasi who preferred the company of his
Mortalitasi?
corpses to the living.
That doesn't sound
Your
familiar.
uncle was a Mortalitasi.
Look, these guys are practicing the art of moving through bodies. Watch
My
this.
countrymen do not
Oh!
know that they
Oh!
buried in special crypts.
It's a pretty impressive
The
skill.
Mortalitasi supervise the crypts, like priests. Uncle Vestalis oversees the grand. Nevarans spend more time honoring dead relatives than they do with living ones. It is odd to be so fascinated with death and its trappings.
Thanks,
I will
Gallienus.
never understand it.
Okay.
I'll let you get back to work.
No new codex entries, but I think we're done with her.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
May I ask you about the Chantry?
It is difficult to say what becomes of the Chantry.
Is this new?
now. They have no Templars, no leadership, and no one left who is worthy of succeeding the Divine.
Hey,
It
Alpha.
has fallen apart when everyone needs it.
Clipping is for the weak. That's
I
right.
like to think what this will mean in the days to come.
I know. I gotta say, she has the weirdest position when you're talking to her here. It's like she's just about to pick something up off the ground. It's very odd. Who is Chancellor Roderick?
What influence does Chancellor Roderick really...
I think he's that really annoying
The
guy.
Bureau responsible
Am I
for
done with
communicating
Arcade?
the
Yes.
Divine's will to the rest of the Chantry. Therefore, he's accustomed to the
Oh,
clerics
sure, Thalfon, I
hanging
can
on
do
his
that.
every word, hoping his influence will benefit them. Despite that, Roderick is not a bad man. He's frightened and believes his place is to fill the gap.
I just
left
dropped
by
it
most
60%,
holy's death.
Thalfon. Thank you.
Some might agree. As far down the chain of command as he is, there is no one left above him.
Will he be a problem?
How big a problem could he be?
No more than he is already. He sent his message to the College of Clerics. That is the only card he had to play.
Hey, Wolf and
Dealing
Josh.
with him further only
Hey, Bleach.
lends him credibility he doesn't deserve.
Bulldog, like 9 or 10? MBM. Stop talking to her and let her go to the bathroom. Will there be a new Divine? I'm assuming there have to be.
Will the Chantry replace Divine Justinia?
They have to.
They will try.
Yeah.
Once the priests withdraw for the Grand Consensus, it is against Chantry law for them to emerge without naming a new Divine.
Okay.
Sometimes it takes days, or weeks, or even months. The problem now is that no clear successor to Justinia exists. All worthy clerics died with her at the convent.
That I didn't know. What if they don't agree?
So what happens if they can't agree on something?
Theoretically, they will argue until exhaustion takes them or they see reason. Practically, however, if the Grand Consensus goes on too long,
Whoa.
the Chantry will crumble. Any cleric with ambition but little sense will see this as her one chance, and plenty of such clerics exist. We shall see what happens. The Inquisition must act.
Dude, that's like a whole different story arc. That's crazy. Would you serve a new Divine?
If they do choose a new Divine, will you serve her?
That depends on whether she would have me. I am a rebel now, remember?
Good point.
And even if she would, I do not know. It would depend on what type of Divine she is. I am no longer in a position to follow blindly, and no new Divine could expect such obedience now.
Should the Chantry be saved? Uh-oh. This may piss her off.
Do you really believe the Chantry is worth preserving?
I do.
Okay.
Though
I was gonna say, she's
understand
devoted
how
her whole
someone
life to it.
outside of human society might think otherwise. Cast the Chantry
Frickadelli,
aside,
we're doing like a
new
big
problems
talking
replace
push
old
and then getting back to the
We will
game.
have learned
We're
nothing
catching
from
up with
this.
all the dialogue with our
People
entire
need
party.
And the Chantry needs a new purpose.
Hey, the Drummerick!
Andraste had a dream for us.
Thank you for the $1
Can
donation,
still
man.
be
Thank you.
achieved.
Don't, dude. Drummerick, I'm loving the stream and the game. I'm giving the most I can right now. $1. Dude, Drummerick, really appreciate the support, man. $1, $100, $1,000. It's support, and it's appreciated. Thank you. What's the new what new purpose?
So what should that new purpose?
Korab!
A dedication to what is truly important.
Good show, my friend. Thanks for the sub. Really appreciate it, man.
For the divine, the Chantry used to spend its coin feeding the poor. If we are to spread the Maker's word across the world, we must do so with open hearts and open hands.
Guys, let's give our new sub a warm welcome.
That sounds rather idealistic of you.
Does it? I do not think it's so unachievable. The Chantry has many good, honest people.
Are we in sub-only mode?
Direction and inspiration. They
No,
need
there
to
we
be
go.
freed
Okay.
from
Thanks, D-Champ.
centuries of adherence to tradition and ceremony. A chance for renewal is at our fingertips. It does not have to come with utter chaos.
Why did you leave the Chantry?
I'm surprised you rebelled against the Chantry.
I left my own order when they took the wrong path. It is no different. But in neither case did I stop caring. Indeed, I care so much that I feel drastic action is necessary. I suppose history shall one day judge my actions.
Medric, the PC controls are fantastic. I'm having no problems with them.
Thank you.
Okay, I think that's it for her.
Do you need something?
I have some more questions.
Why am I not surprised?
Yep. Great. We're set.
I'll let you get...
Okay, we have only 2 more people. 2 more people. And then we're off to the next part.
So, that Tevinter guy sent you into the future?
He sure did, Freddie Prinze Jr. I'll protect you. Weird, right?
Every time I think I understand magic, rules change.
And you're a mage, so that's saying something. Anyway,
Mr. Weedos, what's up, dude?
have what it takes to close the breach.
Stressful Brute, how are you?
Me a headache just looking at it.
Cloak Interling, good to see you, man. D-Champ, I appreciate it while you're here, buddy. How long is the campaign in total? 60 hours if you go right through it. But it's the game itself is over 100 if you play like I'm playing it. Let's talk about being Qunari.
There are few here who know what it means to be Qunari.
You're not Qunari. You're Talbashah. World of difference.
I'm proud of it, bro.
My parents raised me to be free. I'm grateful to them.
Fine. They're cool. You didn't turn into a murdering bandit, so I guess we're fine.
Latka Grave 72.
Since we're talking about
Good show, my friend. Thank you very much for subbing. Really appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. Guys, let's give her a warm welcome. Let's give him a warm welcome. Absolutely awesome. Yep, I'm gonna do the crafting, Dinwicker. You got it, man. So, what does being a Qunari mean? I'm guessing a Qunari is a Tal Vashoth that is following the Qun.
The word Qunari, does it mean what we are, the race, or is it anyone who follows the Qun?
Depends on who you ask. Are you Qunari or Talvashah? The humans and elves who follow the Qun are the Vidathari.
Okay.
The Qunari who break away from the Qun are Talvashah, deserters.
Okay, so the race is the Qunari, and if you are a Qunari that doesn't follow the Qun, you're a Talvashoth. So a Talvashoth is like a title to a Qunari. Special. What's wrong with Talvashoth?
What's your problem with Talvashoth?
Thanks for subbing on the website, Creeks.
Was keeping the peace, helping people live by the Qun. Talvashoth turned their back on all that. Decided they'd rather live like savages.
Really?
The Qun is not perfect, but at least there's some sense to it.
Okay, that seems really ignorant to say that if you're not following the Qun, you're savages. My parents weren't savages.
My parents weren't like that. They lived peacefully and raised me as well as any human parents could.
Well, good. They aren't the kind of Talvashoth I've got a problem with, then. Look, if you're worried I'm going to attack you, don't be. I had a lifetime of fighting Talvashoth. You're not the kind I hate.
Okay.
How do the Qunari rule themselves?
It's pretty simple. We've got the matriarchy, the priesthood, and the military. The priesthood figures out how Qunari should live in theory. The matriarchy makes it work in practice.
Okay.
And the military keeps the Qunari safe from outside threats.
Is there much dissent?
Does it actually work like that? Is there much infighting?
Not like you're thinking of. People disagree, yeah, but the priests are there to solve disagreements. Here in Orlais, politicking comes from people putting their own gain
such a weird word.
Society. If you do that among the Qunari, the Ben Hasrath set you straight, or kill you.
I heard there's no marriage among the Qunari.
Yeah, that's true. Qunari love our friends like anyone does, but we don't have sex with them.
Qunari don't have sex?
Oh, we definitely have sex. They're Tamasrans who pop your cork whenever you need it.
Wait, what?
Seriously?
Yes. It's not a big deal like it is here. It's like, I don't know, going to see a healer. Sometimes it's this long, involved thing. It takes all day, leaves you walking funny. Other times you're in and out in 5 minutes. Thank you. See you next week.
Sounds great.
I could work with that.
I know, right? No drama. Still, it's more fun here. Fewer rituals, more making it up as you go along. Plus, you folk have redheads.
That deserved that. I'm sorry. That deserved that.
How is everyday life different for Qunari?
Depends on your job, I guess. Some are just about the same. A baker in Val Royale gets up, gets dressed, and starts work. A baker in Parvolan does the same thing. They don't care about the Empire or the Q. Mostly they worry about breaking eggs and hope the dough rises right.
Except a Qunari baker isn't free. This may piss him off.
It can't be exactly the same.
Okay,
the Qunari
good.
have no personal freedoms.
How many personal freedoms
Redheads
do
are
you
the
think
best,
that baker
just
in
saying.
Val Royale has? Life isn't about
Well,
freedom.
Lena's the best, then
The
redheads.
baker in Parvolan wonders if she'll
If
be
you're
given
watching,
enough
baby.
eggs
Love
to
you.
do her work. Will they come on time? Will the kitchen workers get her bread while it's fresh, or will they come late and blame her because it's stale? Same crap in Val Royale. People are just people.
We just have more horns. How was it growing up?
What's it like growing up under the king?
Hey, Pyro Porcine.
The Tamasrans raise us in these units of kids all our own age. They're like teachers or Chantry sisters. They also help figure out what jobs we should do. They had me pegged for military work early on. When they learned I could hit stuff and lie, they started training me for the Ben Hasra.
You must have been proud?
It must have been a good
Yeah,
day for
good.
you.
Yes, it's like being a block of stone with a sculptor working on you. One day, the last of the crap gets knocked off, and you can see your real shape. What you're supposed to be. That's a good day.
And if Thedas fell to the
Do you
Qun?
ever think about what would happen if the Qunari conquered Orlais or Eldon?
Some folks...
Thanks, I'm Index.
Cullen would do fine if they didn't die fighting. Those two love rules. But the mages... Vivienne's too political. Dorian's too arrogant, and Solas is just... weird. They'd all end up dead.
Solas is just
Or worse.
weird.
Both Sarah and Varric would mouth off until they ended up re-educated. Drugged until their minds broke.
Ugh.
So, to answer your question, no. I don't think about it much.
I love how he just gave us, like, the entire thing, and then...
The word Qunari, does it mean what
Oh,
we
wait,
are?
we just-
The race, or...
We just did this.
Depends on... The Qunari who break away from the Qun are
And those who
Talbashah,
predate the Qun?
deserters.
What about Qunari who existed before the Qun?
The people we came from. They're called the Kossith.
Kossith.
We don't use that word for the race. We came south to Thedas because the Kossith were... I don't know. We had to leave. The stories aren't clear. But I
Interesting.
don't expect they look much like us. Whatever they are.
Whoa. That's really interesting. So the Qunari don't know about their predecessors.
See you later, Bo.
That's like a whole area this game could explore at some point. Look at all these unlocks. Yes. That's why we talk to people, friends. All right, we have one more person to talk to, and then we've got some stuff to do, and then we're going to keep moving here. So you.
I've been meaning to thank you.
Oh.
There are 100 things that need your attention. You didn't have to take the time to help me, and yet you did.
It was a good cause, bro.
If the history you pursue benefits the Wardens, then it was worth it.
I've never been more certain of my decision to join you.
We will do better.
There will be opportunities for us to do even more in the future.
Then I look forward to it.
Let's talk about you, bro.
I want to hear more about you.
Compared to yours, my life will seem dull indeed.
For those that don't know, Blackwall is the only Grey Warden that we've had contact with in this game. We found him out alone in the wild. He's always been a loner, and we really don't know much about him. He basically went through the joining and then immediately went off and did his own thing. He actually was at the Battle of Ostergar, or near it, but again, he was doing his solo thing and never really got involved with the player at any point before this game.
Your name Blackwall doesn't sound Orlesian. Marcher, then? Ferelden?
I was from the Free Marchers originally.
Hey, brave Sir Robin.
Markham. That was a long time ago. Another life.
I have not gotten the mystery box, but that's on our to-do list before we start doing the main quest again.
I hear that many Wardens were once criminals.
Falconbar, we're going to very soon.
Your past is forgotten, so let's leave it that way.
You weren't always a Warden.
What did you do before you became a Warden?
I was a soldier, a nobody trained to wield a sword and follow orders. I grew weary of fighting other men's wars.
Who did you fight
so
for?
You became a Warden.
More or less. Becoming
I hope we can talk to him
Warden,
about that.
it's the first time I felt like I mattered. The life I led before seems hollow in comparison. Perhaps one day...
Beano 3. Beano 3. Technically, Alistair is not a Grey Warden anymore. Alistair is a king who used to be a Grey Warden. He's basically a king that has gone through the joining. But if there was to be, like, a Grey Warden call, he would not drop being a king and go join it. He actually says that at the end of, I can't remember if it's Origins or Awakening, but at one point he says, I'm no longer a Grey Warden. It's not like I'd drop everything if there was a Blight. I think he actually says that in Awakening, near the beginning. Why did you become a Warden?
Why did you join the Wardens?
Hey, Palme. Good morning.
And sacrifice. Words that have little meaning to them.
Is Cullen a Grey Warden? Oh, I gotta talk to them, Madrigal. You're right.
They have sworn to protect.
You're right.
I need to believe there are such men in the world. I needed to believe I could be one of them.
We can continue this discussion at another time.
Very well.
Okay, well, we got some approval out of him, but not too much else. Let's try... Is there anything else we can talk to him about?
There was never going to be an easy answer to
Oh,
the mage
this is new.
dilemma.
This is new.
What you did for the mages took
Hey.
courage. You gave them a chance. Everyone deserves one.
Awesome. Random approval.
Yes?
Thoughts on the Inquisition?
What do you think of the Inquisition?
I expected more men, better equipment.
The Drummerick,
They
yep.
have
YouTube,
unjustice
Twitter, and most importantly, the Steam
wars are
group.
won by men, soldiers.
DJ Hicksy, I agree. I wish you could choose where it went, to be honest.
Avoiding war altogether would be ideal.
True enough. Still, it never hurts to be prepared. One
that.
thing I will say about your men, they're passionate, devoted. You inspire them. Build on that foundation.
Hey, Flashburn.
And you will have an army that makes nations tremble.
Slag, I think so. Ah, look at all this. Okay. Wow, this opened up. Your thoughts on the war?
What do you think about all this trouble between the mages and Templars?
Looking at it from where we stand, it seems inevitable. But that could be hindsight. How many of us actually
Hey, Red
saw
Celerity.
it coming? Either way,
EWQ Dally, how are you?
I don't think the Chantry will ever recover.
Bay Area, how you doing, man? Sum up the story. The shortest summary I could possibly do. Mages and Templars are at war. They have a conference. Conference gets blown up. Your character mysteriously can seal the rifts that arise from that explosion. Inquisition is formed because Templars and Mages are still fighting. And now Inquisition is trying to stop the entire world while a bunch of politics gets in the way. It's pretty much where we are.
What do you think of Haven?
It's a war camp that was once a pilgrim's refuge.
Mm-hmm.
It's the state of the world, though, isn't it? Holy ground turned into a battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
Pity about that temple. Would have been nice to see it.
Thoughts on my advisors?
What do you think of my advisors?
Liliana seems nice. Also a little
Nice.
frightening, but mostly nice.
You're afraid of her. She's gonna be pissed at this.
Does Liliana frighten you?
Oh wow.
Has she said anything to you?
No, she hasn't said anything. I'd just rather not offend her. I don't want to wake up with a blade in my kidneys if I can help it.
It's a good way to be, man. Thoughts in the inner circle.
You must have some feelings about our friends.
Sarah doesn't know who she is or what she wants. And doesn't even care.
EWQ Dally. Awesome, buddy. Mages and Templars are dumb, so Ko said, hey, we make our own thing and show them how it's done. Yes, Renea. Yes. What about our cause?
What do you think of the Inquisition's cause?
Restoring order is a goal I support wholeheartedly. But
that's
not
why you're in our
limited,
party,
not
bud.
by a half. The Lady Seeker believes we are restoring the Chantry. Others say it needs reform.
Hey,
I don't know
Rapunzel.
where you stand on the matter, and I'll admit I haven't made up my mind either.
That's enough talk, bro.
We should return to our duties.
As you wish. You are, after all, in charge.
People have been saying that more and more. I didn't always start in charge.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
I think we're going to start anytime we have the opportunity, kind of asserting more control over the situation. Alright, let's talk to you first real quick.
Nice work at Redcliffe. I could help the mages learn to work with Inquisition soldiers if you like. Not
yes?
that the chief has any apostates in the group.
Yeah?
Can you think of any other tasks suitable for the Chargers?
The Templars have holed up in Thorinfall Redoubt. No idea what's happening inside. I could have some of the boys poke around. If nothing else, we get a better look at the land.
Please do. Did we just do something?
Can we talk about the Bulls Chargers?
Best company you'll find from here to the Anderfells. In my time with the chief, we've gone up against everything from bandits to magic trees. We're expensive, but you'll never doubt we're worth it. Want to know anything in particular?
For those that don't know, this is the army leader for Iron Bull's military group that has joined the Inquisition. Zucate! Oh, don't worry, we will. We're going to do all the talking, then Sword and Shield, then Under the Chantry, then we'll go get the mystery box. What are your abilities?
Do the Chargers specialize in anything from a tactical standpoint?
Bull doesn't want us large enough to work as an army. We're better as shock troops or skirmishers. We've got archers for hitting enemy infantry, Dalish with more archery, and...
He was going to say magic!
Rocky handles fortifications and
That's
traps,
funny.
and Stitches keeps us all fighting. They mostly
Stitches
hold
the
back.
doctor?
I'll lead
That's
the
beautiful.
frontline fighters with Grim, and the chief goes wherever he can hit something.
Tell me of an interesting job.
You said something about everything from bandits to magic trees. I'll admit to some curiosity.
Right. Sylvans.
I got to admit, this guy sounds like a woman.
Apparently spirits can possess
I'm
trees,
pretty
too.
sure it's a dude, but he
Some
sounds
noble
like a
in the
woman.
Dales, and
I don't know
they
why.
really don't like it when you call them Dalish nobles. Had a haunted forest. His family had abandoned the land, but he wanted it back. The chief bought us all axes, and then we went. Between the axes and the torches, the Sylvans weren't too bad. Worst part was the squirrels.
The squirrels. All of a sudden, I had a flashback to Witcher. You follow standard rules?
I assume the Chargers observe the standard etiquette.
Absolutely.
You think it is a
Clean
woman?
record, cleared to take jobs in any country you can name.
But there's no...
We accept
there's no
surrenders for ransom from
boobicles.
mercenaries, nobles, and soldiers wearing a lord's
I don't think
colours.
that's a woman.
Our prisoners are treated well, injuries tended. We'd want the same for any of ours who got captured.
It's a girl? No, I don't think it's a girl.
We'll talk later.
I really don't think that's a girl. I don't know. You sure it's a woman? He's a she? The dude is a lady? Dude looks like a lady? Krem. Of course they'd give him some ambiguous, weird-ass name. Why couldn't you be Jeff or Sarah? Jesus. Okay, let's go talk to Cullen, and then the inside chick, and then I think we're done talking. What's up, Cullen? You're probably pissed at me.
To approach the breach. I pray this will be enough to close it.
Do you and I have a problem? This means mage. Okay.
You weren't happy with how I brought in the mages. You have a problem with me as well.
We should straw pull it? Lol, Mr. Weedos.
I have no intention of endangering your alliance, but I must ensure...
Dude looks like a lady. It's just Pat.
To the mages. They are putting themselves at risk for the Inquisition, as are you.
Romance it and find out, says Zoltek.
I hope you...
It's just Pat. Are you with any... Oh, Lord. Anything I should know?
Is there anything I should know?
I'm glad to have the charges on our side. Bull's men have
Lord
been
Feedington. Hell yeah,
despite
dude.
evidence to the contrary.
Just like we're doing this, too. Tell me about your colleagues.
What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
All of them.
What do you think of our ambassador?
We have little in common. How she delights in meeting with nobles all day is beyond me. But I enjoy working with her.
How do you like working with Liliana?
The Inquisition would not exist without her. I may not always agree with her methods, but she's more passionate about our cause than anyone. Cassandra may have declared the Inquisition publicly, but Liliana is just as responsible for its formation.
Are you satisfied with the Inquisition's forces?
Our numbers are small, but they suit our needs for the time being. Some Templars have joined us instead of following the Order. They've proven invaluable.
Krem is a male voiced by a female. Interesting. It is a male character voiced by a female, apparently on the Dragon Age wiki. Huh. Interesting. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. It's kind of interesting.
Let you get back to work.
Krem can be whatever Krem wants to be. Just like real life.
Was there something you needed?
I should get to know you better. We're working together after all.
What would you like to know?
All right. Where are you from?
What?
I grew up in Ferelden near Hong.
What was that?
Transferred to Kirkwall shortly after.
Did we just randomly get like a serious codex entry?
Almost 10 years.
That was really weird.
Did you two know each other?
Huh.
I knew he was friends with the champion of Kirkwall, but little else. We've spoken more since I joined the Inquisition, largely at Varric's insistence. Apparently, I spend too much time with a serious expression, and it's bad for my health.
Tell me about the Blight.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight. Did you fight Darkspawn?
No. I was stationed at Ferelden's Circle Tower. The Circle had troubles of its own. I remained there during the Blight.
What happened at the Circle?
What happened at the Circle Tower?
Few who survived the Blight have fond memories.
Oh, Brewpig, that's a known glitch for the conversation. Zydak, no, it's okay, it's okay.
What was Kirkwall like?
Rizza43, a lot of this game is talking. Yeah.
The Viscount's murder caused political
And we're doing a playthrough where we kind of do everything, so it's going to be a lot of talking.
State blew up the Chantry, the Knight Commander went mad. Other than that, it was fine.
What happened between Kirkwall's mages and Templars?
You were at the Conclave. You must have heard people speak of it.
Yes, but you were there.
There was tension between mages and Templars long before I arrived. Eventually, it reached a breaking point. There was fighting in the streets. Abominations began killing both sides. It was a nightmare.
Sounds like Kirkwall. Oh, is this... Wait, are we talking about Kirkwall?
The Templars should have restored order.
Ah, yes, we are talking about Kirkwall.
Knight Commander Meredith mad. She threatened to kill Kirkwall's champion. Turned on her own men. I'm not sure how far she would have gone. Too far.
Hey, dog. What's up, buddy?
I stood with the champion against her, in the end. I should have seen through Meredith sooner.
You haven't seen Ferelden in 10 years. Are you glad to be back?
I was not sorry to leave at the time. I did not expect to return. Now, between the Divine's murder and the breach, I've arrived to find nothing but chaos.
I'll let you return
Man.
to your work.
Hey, Negafrost.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
All right. Good talk, Cullen. What's up? What's up?
Word is that the mages will be joining us here in Haven. I hope you've chosen your allies wisely, Harold.
How did you come to be a Templar?
It seemed the right
Who
thing
is-
to do.
who is
my
this chick?
family are tradesfolk in Demitri. I could have become a cobbler like my father, but this seemed better. It's a chance to uphold the Chantry's laws, and help the mages through a troubled time.
I'm surprised to hear that.
Not all Templars want to make mages into prisoners or villains.
Hellascar, love your face,
just
man.
want to keep a balance and let you
Yeah, guys,
practice your
I know about
craft.
Krim. I've been reading all
One
that. Thank you,
person
guys.
trying
Thank
to
you.
do something can make a difference. You should keep that in mind, Harold.
I'd like your take on the Templar Order.
It's a shadow of what it was. Where once we both protected all people from the dangers of magic, we now posture and
Yeah,
grab at
see, that's how
power.
I feel about the Templars
One
completely.
day, I hope the circles are again sanctuaries where mages can practice their
It'd be
craft.
interesting to get the power in a game like this to bring the Templars back in a way that you decided. So you could, like, pick the tenants and pick, you know, like, all the different things. That would be very cool.
You're not going to rejoin the Order?
When the temple went
Are there any
down,
fights?
your
We're going to be
forces
fighting
rescued
very
those few
soon,
of us
yes.
still
We've got
alive.
2 more people to
My
talk
life
to,
is a debt I intend
and then
to
some
repay,
weapons and armor to
however I
craft,
can.
and we'll be fighting again. What happened at the Conclave?
Do you have any idea what caused the explosion?
No, I'm just a recruit. Belief and faith doesn't get you closer to the important meetings. Though that distance did save my life.
I will talk to you later.
Walk in the Maker's grace.
Okay. Now we just need to talk to... You know what? Let's go. We'll just make the weapons while we're here, so we don't even need to come back out.
Good day to you.
Good day to you, sir.
Do you think you can have it done by midweek? That when Thread needs it. Quartermaster Thread understands that your work can't be rushed, Master.
Alright, so first we're going to see about this weapon we can make. The Masterwork Wave Blade. This is a very, very nice sword. Let's see here what we can do with it. I think we've got a T2 metal, but unfortunately that's not going to work. Do we have any T2 metal? T1, T1, T1. So the only ones we have enough of right now are T1s. So we can decide what we want the blade to look like, if nothing else. The most T1 we have is iron. So we'll go ahead and make it of iron for now. For our 4 utility, we'll go ahead and give it... Oh! Look at that. Interesting. I don't even know where we got lazurite. But I like that. Let's do that. And then on this one we can add... Do we have any T2? No. Let's go ahead and do the con. Summerstone. Cool. Okay, so theoretically this weapon should hopefully be better than hers already. I really hope it is. Only barely, unfortunately. It does have an empty rune slot, though. So what we can do is take that rune out. Theoretically. This is actually going to be the first time we've worked with runes. Let's see if this works. So if we go into the Templars... Oh... No upgrades available. So we can't even go into it to remove the rune. Damn, dude. Wait, does that mean the sword we just made doesn't have any rune spots?
You need something.
No, wait, we need to select her, don't we? Yeah. Okay, here it is. No upgrades available for this item. Oh, I guess it means we don't have a grip or a rune. Okay. So let's look back at the weapons. Can we make a grip? Aha! Masterwork Navaran Sword Grip. Alright, so let's put in... We'll put in Khan. Because she's our tank. And... What do we want for our... We could use Paragon's Luster for 3% more attack. 4% guard damage bonus. 5% guard damage bonus. It's not a big difference. Let's do the armor pen. Yeah, let's do the armor pen. Sure. Okay. So now we should be able to take this. And put it in here. Perfect. Pretty decent weapon. Good. Okay, now we gotta make her shield. We didn't have a new staff we could make, did we? We've got a few good staffs. Yeah, no, we don't have any really good new staffs yet. We made a Magister staff pretty much the second we could, and we've been riding that out for so many levels now. Okay, so we can... Is Darkspawn Alpha the best? Oh, they're, like, the same. Well, the Grey Warden one looks cooler in my... Oh, actually, that looks pretty cool, too. Yeah, we'll do this one. Okay, so this is just armor rating. And how it looks. Let's do the red one. I like that red look of equipment. This is going to be... Ooh. 30 maximum health. Hell yeah, 30 maximum health. Oh, we can use Pyrofight. 39. Hell yeah, let's do that. Sure. And then 6 strength, 6 con. I don't think we're going to beat con. Nope. 6 con. I should just do iron, though. For Drakestone. Dink. Cool. Now, can we make any... Do shields have slots? Do they have, like, power-up slots? Yeah, I'm totally focus mode, guys. I'm sorry. There seems to be different grades of weaponry. Is a random element on weapon drops and craftings? I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure yet. There's also some kind of critical crafting bonus thing that I haven't looked into. There's a ton in this game I haven't even scratched the surface of. It's almost overwhelming at times. Oh, that is such a nice bonus. Get that on there. Hell yeah, girl. Looking good. Okay. I think we're that's all for now. We could sit here a little bit longer and probably do some more upgrades. But, hey, wait. What is this apothecary icon? Oh, just blacksmith. That's weird. I don't remember seeing that down here. Alright, so now we just need to talk to Josephine and then check out the places inside the next area. Then we're going to go get the mystery box. Enchantment. Because she looks like one that had utility and 2 defense, the other had 3 defense. They had different types. I don't think they were just different. One wasn't better than the other, I don't believe. Oh, it's pinging that ladder. Okay. Probably the requisitions desk.
Go in peace, Herald of Andraste.
Wow, thank you.
One God, one life, one death. There is but one.
Alright, first let's talk to our chick.
The Inquisition appreciates.
First let's talk to
I
you.
understand you were instrumental in garnering the assistance of the rebel mages. It is well
ZW Stearns, we're not high enough level for that staff yet.
Inquisition fares better than the Chantry in its handling of magic.
Thank you, Pal May. You're the best. The focus mode was very real, Redux. Yeah, guys, I gotta say, in a game like this, there's definitely gonna be times when I'm just like fully absorbed by the game.
We will try.
I do apologize. I try to keep it interactive, but this game is really good.
Magic should serve man and not rule over him. That tells us what should be, but it does not tell us how to get there. So many times the methods of men have undone the spirit of their goals. Once you have sealed the breach, we shall see whether this Inquisition is truer to the Chantry or its own namesake.
CohhCarnage, my character needs new armor. Yes. Oh, Karatzi, I'm gonna hard save before we open the box, bro. We gotta do all this.
Can you tell me how our people are doing?
What would you like to know?
All of it.
How are the villagers in Haven doing?
You did well to gain the mages to your cause. The people have hope that the breach...
How's the combat in this game? Very energetic. Mixer, we're on our way to do that.
In either case, they no longer believe the world as they know it is ending.
Hey, Shady Mountaineer. How are people elsewhere?
Do you have information on people elsewhere?
The refugees in the Hinterlands are desperate. Without help, starvation or war will claim many lives. Villagers in Crestwood are besieged by their own dead. They have sent word begging for assistance. People are vanishing in the hills of Emprise du Lion. It may be demons or something worse, but they are terrified. More than that I cannot say. It is a chaotic time for all in Olay and Ferelden.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
Okay. Alright, girl. Now, this is the girl we're going to try to romance, so we got to be careful with her.
I'll take my leave. Good day.
Hey, Nightmare and Unlucky 7.
Who was she, Ambassador?
A merchant. I thought we should reach out to the dwarves to secure Lyrium for the Inquisition's mages. According to Lady Corbin, it raised the ire of the Chantry.
How?
Access to Lyrium makes us rather more formidable than anticipated. We're becoming a challenge. Sadly, the remaining Grand Clerics appear to be consolidating the Chantry's power instead of comforting
That's
masses.
not good.
The Chantry should be a place of hope, not another group scrambling for answers.
That must be its strength again. The Chants did much to bridge nations. Little but the Chantry ties Orlais, Nevara, Ferelden, Antiva, and even Rivain to a common cause.
Has the Chantry truly promoted such peace?
Andraste's chant is familiar across kingdoms, a source of many shared customs. That is the crucial point. Common ground is the start of all negotiations.
I suppose a shared faith can be useful when talking with
Feed our some Yiplig.
Precisely. And these similar interests are
Haven't left town yet,
merely
that's
where we
right.
begin.
Thanks for the donation,
we must
bud.
learn to think beyond our own wants, to secure peace in Thedas.
You sound too good to be true.
How did someone so lovely and selfless go into Arlesian politics, Lady Montelier?
Well, that is,
We didn't
really
even
good
get a
news.
credit for that?
While you're here, I do have a question. The remaining Grand Clerics sent a missive inquiring about the events at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. They demand to know whether the Inquisition officially claims that Andraste saved you from the breach. If it were up to you, how would you reply?
I don't. How will you?
Will my answer change your reply to the Chantry?
If Leliana, Cassandra, Cullen, and I could agree on our official stance, I could
Kajix.
grant her that. We should decide soon. The revered mother.
Hey,
should choose what
Kajix.
to make of you.
Good vibes to you, Kajix. You got into a life-threatening car accident and been recovering in the hospital for 3 months now. My only entertainment was Co and chat. Today is the first time I can type, and I want to express my gratefulness for getting to be a part of such an amazing community, so thank you all. Dude, Kajix, glad you're on the road to recovery, man. Good on you. Can we get some hearts for Kajix in chat? That's fantastic, dude. That is awesome. Progress is excellent. Okay, I don't claim to be holy. I don't think we're holy. And now especially that we know that the mages had a part, that the Tevinter mages had a part in that, we're not holy.
I tell the Chantry I was saved by circumstance, not divine intervention.
Yes.
Yet as rumors your Andraste's herald grow, the Grand Clerics may not believe such a humble reply. A difficult situation, and I thank you for your answer. A good day to you.
One thing that is... Oh! Big thank you to Nerax's Skills. Nerax's Skills says, "Hey, Co, glad I was able to catch your stream again. Keep up the great work." Thank you very much, buddy. Really appreciate your donation. $10. Thank you very much. Appreciate that greatly, my friend.
Do you need anything more? If you find anything, please bring it in.
Okay, so one of the things I really, really wish it would do is this game does not give you any skill ups or down, or like it doesn't give you any notification if your love attempt is good or bad. And it's very odd with people like Josephine to do that and not have it give you a response. I think every move you make on someone should give you a positive or negative reaction. You should at least get something out of doing something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Hey, Rizza43, dude, if this isn't the game for you, bro, totally cool, man. It's certainly not for everyone. It's certainly not for everyone. So, I totally feel you. Totally feel you, Rizza. There was a time in my life when I would have definitely wanted more action than this kind of game gives, so. Yeah, Renea, especially as the facial impressions are not indicating approval or disapproval. I agree completely. Red Celerity, have a great day, bud.
Greetings.
Anything to report?
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among
XG Gaming, I wish I could read women better. That is correct, yes. How are our guests?
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
Lady Drummond promised a visit. She has useful resources if we can get her to set aside her games.
What are her politics?
Oh, no, I meant actual games. Chess, little boards with carved idols from Tevinter. She made me play that with her for 8 hours once. Steer her towards cards if she insists on a match.
So, is this dignitary here?
Good day to you.
Tell me how you came to work for the Inquisition again.
I'd been considering
again.
leaving. It's to everyone's
So we've already
benefit
done this.
if we prevent the Mage-Templar conflict.
Is order
from
why you signed
spreading
on.
further.
So, was it the prospect of stability that drew you here?
Oh, I'm going total creeper mode on her ZW Stearns. We're going to hit on her every opportunity we have.
And that was before the death of the Divine. The violence must be curbed before we see it turn.
Riz, glad you like him, man. Big thank you again to, wait, the violence must be curbed before we see. Absolutely agree.
I can only imagine the bloodshed if it escalates further.
I'm afraid
Man, she is a hard nut to crack. We haven't gotten, like, any ups with her.
What exact?
Fight ours from Slinking Gibbon. Oh, and Slinking, I can't do that. I'm really sorry.
Someone must
Thank you for the donation, though.
As well as prevent controversy as news of us spreads.
Are we that controversial?
How heavily are our actions scrutinized?
Make no mistake. Every noble house, every throne, is waiting to see what the Inquisition does next. Many are willing to pledge support, if offers are made in just the right fashion. I intend to see that they are.
Let's speak later.
Farewell.
One second, guys. Internet is choking out a little bit. Gonna make sure nothing's downloading. Nothing is downloading, as usual. One second. Okay. Wise thought. Too easy, bud. You have to sit on throne to talk with guests? Throne? What throne? I don't see no throne. Yeah, Rizza, find another stream, buddy. Find another stream. Okay. Vic George, how you doing today? So all these are unlocked now, theoretically. Let's see if this actually did anything. Oh, hell yeah. The hell? That was weird. Hey, little Bella, how are you? There we go. Read. The Black City. That's a new one. Andraste, Bride of the Maker. Nice. Man, there's a lot of stuff down here. The Disciples of Andraste. All of these were locked before. Naderos, I like you too, buddy. Fogcatcher, how you doing today? Kage Shode, how are you? Kage Shodai. Misplaced notes. Okay. So it looks like all this really did is just unlock a bunch of codex entries, which is fine, don't get me wrong, but we got 3 elf fruits and a bunch of codex entries. Black City, that's Chicago. LOL. Yeah, Sarah unlocked them for us. Oh, we know Thalen, yeah. It was very nice of her. Okay. So let's do the war room to send our peoples out. And I think we're good. Henbot, out of those, I haven't played Far Cry 4, but to be honest, I would say Far Cry 4 and Dragon Age Inquisition out of those. Okay, secrets is all we're doing right now. We need, oh! Oh, we need 4 points in the category. So maybe we only need 1 more. Grants an additional 50 XP for each foe studied. I don't know what that is. Optimal cutting, though. I do like 10% chance to receive extra herbs with each artist, and I do like grants a significant increase to search action. So really it comes down to, do we want more XP or do we want more herbs and harvest stuff? Let's go with the herbs and harvest stuff. Yeah. And I think we can get this next. Deft Hands Fine Tools. We can get that next. Great. Great. And then we can start working on some other stuff too. I really want to go into Force, and I want to get this one here. More healing potions. Increases in maximum number of the potions a party can carry by 4. That's a huge one. So we're going to want to do that one ASAP. Alright, let's look at Orlais. We got gold from her. Great. Got some new stuff here to do. Let's look at Ferelden. Figurine of Armored Andraste. Okay, that doesn't seem too good. Let's start working around the outside here. The Templars at Therenfall Redoubt went quiet while the Inquisition dealt with Redcliffe. I'd be happy to take chargers out to the area to investigate. So 2 hours and 40 minutes with her, 3 hours with her. Oh!
Let's see what we have.
Whoops! Didn't mean to do that, but okay. I was going to look at them all first, but whatever. The Inquisitors' efforts to close the Fade rifts have increased stability in various regions across Thedas. However, demons sometimes remains, having wandered from the side of the original rifts. The Inquisition has received numerous requests for aid dealing with this problem. 51 minutes, 45 minutes. So we could do Cullen there. Ally from Starkhaven. 3 hours for her. Oh. She's the only one we can put on this one. Wait. What about this one? Redcliffe Mages. I'm surprised someone from Kirkwall. I trust you sympathize with our predicament. 9 minutes and 45 seconds for him. 14 for him. Well, this is only... Let's do the 10-minute
work.
We'll get that one out of the way. $5 from Big Hurt. Hey, bud, love the stream. It's top notch. Forgive me for asking, but is there any way to turn the voices up? Unfortunately, Big Hurt, there's not. Everything is maxed, and I've already turned the volume of my mic down to compensate. My mic volume is at 40%, while the game is at 100%. So I don't know really what's going on, unfortunately, and I do apologize, but it's literally as high as I can make it right now. Okay. 54 minutes. Hours. This one's going to take hours. Okay, a little bit less time. Significantly less time with her. That may be a good one. And another hour with this one. We'll start down here at the bottom. We'll move from bottom to top on these maps, Giggity.
Let us begin.
Alright, good. Alright, let's go open this box, huh? Oh yeah, Excalibur, I know. I know. Thank you, though. Wait, what? Choose successor in Lid's operation available? Weird. Anyway, let's go. Let's go see what's in this box. We want our tank, our two-hand, and our scout. Already did, BDA guy. Thank you, bud. Already did. I love how they anticipated the load screens to be so long that they gave you multiple things to read. But thankfully, we're on 2 SSDs in RAID 0, so the load times are pretty good. All right. Is there anything else going on down here? Oh. How'd I miss that? She's gone now.
I do.
Okay, let's go up to the box. Lol, smokeless. Next floor. I think it was up here? I think.
She was a great voice for us. I won't hear otherwise.
The Most Holy was a good woman, but she lacked a mind.
Hey, the Snave. I do live dangerously with my RAID 0. I do. Oh, here it is. I think this is it. Alright. Hard save. So we'll probably make this a highlight. So I'll go ahead and explain it. For those that don't know, what we are about to do is buy a box. It is the only item this store sells. And the guy who sells it makes it very clear that you're not buying this box for the box. You're buying it to say you have bought it. So we have no idea what's in the box. We don't know what it does. But it is so far, by far, the most expensive item we've found in the game. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see what's in the box. Where is it? Is it gone? So, what do we do with the box?
Purchased? What becomes of Darabon?
So we have purchased the box. That's all he says?
Purchased? What becomes of Darabon?
Okay. So now we need to find the box. Where did the box go? It's not armor. It's not an accessory. It's not an upgrade. Is it a crafting material? Don't think it's a crafting material. Valuable? It's not a valuable. Wait. We got a golden nug? Hold on. Where did you guys see the golden nug? Go look on the floor. Oh. The big one operation available? Is that the box? That was it? Okay, now hold on. Let's go ahead and finish this out real quick. We need to see exactly what this is. So the operation would be available on the military. Now it's going to be very interesting if this operation takes like 18 plus hours, because what we've seen so far in this game is every so often we'll get these operations that take a really long time to complete, and they give you a really nice item. In fact, we got this staff here. We can't even use it yet from one of those operations. It's almost twice the DPS of our current staff. So let's go take a look at this operation real quick. Since it's an operation, technically also there's 3 different rewards depending on who you send to it. Now, of course, this could also be opening up a new location to explore, but that would be pretty crazy. A fool and his 10k gold is soon parted. Agreed. Alright, here we go.
More healing drafts for you, revered mother.
It's not on this side. It's in Ferelden.
There's nothing to do with fairness. We simply can't accommodate them if they bring that many servants.
Our researcher is fascinated by the lure
She can be reasoned with.
fashioned from the Golden Nug. She believes her knowledge of the involved species combined with an elimination of the apex predators can result in an opportunity to flesh out something bigger. Something that will truly inspire on the field. It is certainly worth investigating. Is this going to give us a Nug mount? Oh my god. We're totally gonna wait for him. B. Cuttigan! $15! Such beard, much wow. Thank you for the donation, buddy. Appreciate that. Absolutely awesome. It's a nug in a box. I know it was a nug in a box. We're gonna have to figure it out. So in 1 minute, we will send Cullen on the big one. Now, another interesting thing, every so often we also get missions that take 0 time. So there's a possibility that this may take 0 to do as well. We will find out in just a second. In 45 of those seconds, actually. You want it to be a crossover mount. It's a Blood Dargon mount from Mass Effect. No, that would be ridiculous. Hopefully it is not a Blood Dargon mount. That would be insanity. 30 seconds. Blade the Potato, how you doing today? Welcome to the channel. Captain Pepperjack, you sound delicious. Delicious. Oh my god, 15-second hype. 15-second hype. Jay Reed, horrible decision. Just throwing that out there. Refunded my DAI so I can get Smash. No, horrible decision. Disappointed in you. Influence. Okay. 1 hour and 18 minutes.
All right.
Let's do it, bud. Cool. So that's it. So apparently getting the mystery box gives you a mission to then at that point get what we're assuming is a mount, but we'll have to see. So we'll have to see. Miles85, how are you today? Okay, so the next main mission is to unlock that power there, but there's a few other things we wanted to do first. Let's go back to Hinterlands first. We've got some cleanup to do here. This area's done. No quest, nothing. But we've got a couple quests right down there, so let's check those out real quick. Ha! Jay Reed. Awesome, dude. Confirm. Frank, lol. How does the influence system work? It's basically like a different way to level. And as you get levels, you get trait points and things that really kind of help. Thank you, 84 Nubzilla. You get things that really help your character. So, in fact, one of the highest lockpicking ranks is actually through the influence trait system. Do the mounts actually do anything? I'm not sure. I'm a Twitch user. We'll find out in an hour. We'll find out. Stylus, how you doing today, bud? Good to see you. Okay, so we're going to go south a little bit into the Spirit of the Lake. Let's see what this quest is. I have no clue. We also need to start picking up some more resources, because we've been spending a lot of things and not really getting a lot of things. I think we're good on iron, though. Does the game force you to romance? No, not at all. You never need to romance if you don't want to. It's totally up to you.
That Fiona directs us to some caches used by the rebel mages. They won't be needed.
That we can use. We can use Blood Lotus because this is actually going to allow us to start refilling something from later. How would I compare this to the original? I'm really, really enjoying this. I'm not. I need to finish it before I really start comparing it to Origins, but I can tell you that this is thoroughly engaging. I've been, played it over 20 hours now. Absolutely loving it. Whoa! Lol? That was awesome. Warlord Greatsword. Blackwall? How we looking, bro? Oh, it's not that good. That's too bad. It's a level 3 sword, though, so I guess that makes sense. Now, what is this? A young man is distraught. His family's special ram, Lord Wolsley, has wandered off. He's offering a reward for the ram's return. Lord Wolsley, Esquire the Third. Where you at, Wolsley? I ain't got no time looking for sheep. Is that you? No, you're just a ram. I need Lord Wolsley. Aha! That's gotta be you. Take him out. Wait, don't take him out. Oh, God. Oh, God! He was a demon! He was a demon-possessed ghost? Oh, I bet that guy's gonna be pissed. Oh, he's gonna be pissed. Hit a bear? Jesus, man. Always up. My voice is quiet because the game dialogue is quiet. So I turned down my mic volume so you can turn up the stream volume to hear the game dialogue. Sorry, Lord Wolsley. Belt of fire resistance on the ram. Okay, so we're done in this area. Do we need to go and return any quests? I don't think so. I still don't know how to get to that. Primeval red lyrium. Like, I don't remember seeing any caves. I don't remember seeing any way to get back there. Let's take a quick look and see if there's anything obvious. Actually, first, who's this? Oh. Oh. Let's go get that first. And then we'll get the other one. Do I have the deluxe edition? I do. I do. I don't know if it's really worth it, to be honest. I haven't really kind of, sat down and really looked through all the options. But yeah, I do have it. Let's get that one. I want to start working down Battle Rager with him. Alright, so we're going to go check out this red lyrium first. Grady! Awesome, buddy! Hell yeah, man. Glad we can help. Peanut. Oh, I know. I know. We're working on that, bud. It's kind of funny because I don't use